Hi there, my name is Justin. This is Matthew, and he's going to be my client for today. So today we're going to be doing the Submaximal Aerobic assessment, and that'll be performed on the treadmill today. So it's going to start off with a 0% incline at 3.5 miles per hour. And so we're going to do this for 4 minutes, and then that should get his heart rate warmed up, and then we're going to do a 4-minute working phase at a 5% incline at, again, 3.5 miles per hour. And then we're going to decrease the incline again, so he can have an active recovery, and then he'll be sitting down for a passive recovery at the very end there, just to get his heart rate back to normal. And so I'm going to give him this rating of perceived exertion sheet, the RPE, so you can tell me how difficult it is throughout his workout. So we're just going to start off with 3.5 miles per hour here. So he's at a 0% incline right now, and just walking at 3.5 miles an hour. How's that feeling for you, Matthew?
Pretty comfortable.
Really comfortable? Alright. That's perfect. That's what we want to hear. We don't want to push you too far where you're not comfortable. So Matthew's actually wearing a heart rate monitor. It's a polar heart rate monitor. It goes around his chest, and there's a sensor right in the middle of his chest, and then it sends a signal to his watch, which will display the heart rate on it. It's one of the more accurate monitors I could find. So at the end of every minute, I'm going to get Matthew to tell me his heart rate. And so we're coming up to the end of the first minute here, and I'll just be recording these just so we can go over some stuff later on. What is your heart rate now, Matthew?
101.
101. Okay, so that's about half of his maximal heart rate. He's 21 years old, and usually you calculate it with 220 minus the person's age to get maximum heart rate. So that puts him about 199 for his max. And divide that by 2, that's 99.5 or 100 beats per minute. And he's at 101 right now, so it's a really close warm-up heart rate that we have going on there. Do you do much treadmill work, Matthew?
I don't do much, no.
No? Alright. Or is it something you'd like to get more into?
Yep.
Yeah? What do you think could help with? Like, how do you think treadmill training could help you?
Increase my lung capacity.
Increase your lung capacity? Yeah, that's a good one. Alright, so we're coming up to the second minute here. What is your heart rate now?
97.
97. Alright, so that's gone down a little bit, but that could just be because you're getting used to the stimulus of the treadmill. Are you gearing up for any races or anything?
Yep. I already ran a couple.
You already ran a couple?
Yep.
But you don't do much treadmill training?
Nope.
Do you run outside for
nope.
some kind of... No? That's alright. Sometimes, like I've run races before where I do the same thing, where I don't really train for it, and then I learn the next day that it probably should have trained. What's the longest race you've run?
25 kilometers.
25 kilometers? That's pretty far.
Same race it is.
Alright, so now we're coming up in the 3 minutes here. What is your heart rate now?
95.
95. So it seems like it's tapering off a little bit, and this could just be because it's getting used to the stimulus of the treadmill, like I mentioned before. What other kind of training do you like to do?
Weight training.
Weight training? Yeah. And what's your favorite thing to do?
Favorite day is leg day.
Favorite day is leg day?
Yep.
And then what do you like to do on leg day?
Squats.
Squats? Squats are a good one. Yeah. Must mean you have pretty strong legs. Really, well, I mean, like legs are a huge part that gets worked out when you're going on the treadmill, so you probably have an advantage already. Alright, so coming up to the end of the 4th minute here. What's your heart rate now?
99.
99. Alright. So it's all kind of within the same range. Now we're just going to amp up the incline here to 5% grade. incline is still comfortable for you? I know it's still on its way up, but sweet.
Yep.
Alright, I just want to let you know that you can tell me anytime that you're uncomfortable, and we can definitely modify the exercise or even stop it if we need to.
Sounds really.
Oh, and what was your rated perceived exertion at the end of that
7.
first round? 7? Alright, perfect. So that was a bit delayed, but Matthew's been looking at the sheet here for a while now, so he kind of knew where he was in that range. Now what's your heart rate? We're coming at the end of the first minute here of the workload.
108.
108. Alright, so his heart rate's gone up about 10 beats per minute, and that's still within the 50 to 70% range. It's probably like 55% from being more accurate here. Do you think like incline training would help you with your races that you're doing? Or Spartan races like incline a lot? Or, yeah?
Yep.
What kind of terrain do you usually go on?
What kind of what?
Terrain do you usually go on?
Mountains.
Mountains?
Mountains.
Okay, yeah, that would definitely help then. Alright, so we're at the end of the second minute here in the workload phase. What is your heart rate now?
111.
111. Alright, so it's going up another 3 beats per minute, but that's not a huge variance. We're going to continue doing this for 4 or 5 minutes, depending on if his heart rate remains consistent or not. If it varies by more than 3 beats per minute at the third and fourth readings, then we'll do it for a fifth reading. And you're still comfortable on the treadmill there?
Yep.
That's great. Alright, so at the end of the third minute here, what is your heart rate?
111.
111 again. Alright, so it seems like it's kind of tapered off here. We're going to give it 1 more minute at the working phase, and then we'll go to cool down. What do you like to do in your free time when you're not working out?
Play video games.
Video games? Yeah.
Yep.
What's your favorite game?
Assassin's Creed.
I've never played that myself, but I hear it's a good one to play. Is it like a free world kind of thing, or
Open world? Yeah.
open world? Yeah.
Sort of.
What kind of console do you have?
Xbox One.
Xbox One? Sweet. Alright, so now we're nearing the end of the fourth minute. And so if his heart rate is similar to 111, then we'll be moving on to the deloading phase. Yeah.
110.
110. So it's only varying by 1 beat per minute. So we're going to go ahead and cool down. So the incline is being reset to 0, and this should help him in his active recovery stage. What was your RPE at the end of that, of the incline there?
9.
About a 9? Alright, so that's a little bit more difficult than the previous one. Although that's good. It should be a bit more difficult with the gradual incline there. So this is towards the end of the first minute of the active recovery. What's your heart rate here?
104.
104. So we can see it's already starting to go down. So about halfway down between when he was working and when he was warming up. about 2 more minutes of recovery, and then we'll add on an extra 1 or 2 depending on if he needs those minutes for extra recovery. This has all been pretty easy for you? Yeah.
Very much.
So we're at the end of the second minute here. What's your heart rate?
102.
102. Alright, so it's continuing to go down, and it's very similar to what it was in the warm-up stage now. Do you feel like you're going to need an extra recovery afterwards? No? Okay, we're going to re-gauge that in another minute just to see. Because it could change, right? Do you normally like to work out at higher intensities, or kind of like incline walking,
Higher intensities.
high intensity? What about hiking or something like that? Do you like to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so now we're ending the third minute here. What is your heart rate at?
98.
98. Alright, perfect. And do you feel like you need any extra recovery?
No.
No. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and stop the treadmill here. And if I could just get you to take a seat on the bench here, that would be great. And so we're just going to take your heart rate for 3 more minutes here just to see it go all the way down back to resting heart rate.
Sounds good.
Are you going to go for a leg workout after this?
No.
No? Did you already do one today?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you got going on for the summer? You traveling anywhere or anything?
No, not really.
No? Okay. So now we're at the end of the first minute here of the passive recovery. What's your heart rate at?
74.
74. So it's already gone down about 24 beats per minute. And I'm guessing his resting heart rate is around 65, just based on his physical fitness level and his age and all that stuff. It's probably around 55, but we're going to see where it ends up in the next 2 minutes here. Do you know what your resting heart rate is by chance? No? Alright. I guess we're going to learn to learn soon. Do you have any other hobbies or anything? No?
Not really.
Alright, so at the end of the second minute here, what is your heart rate now?
It is 70.
70. So it's gone down another 4 beats per minute. And we'll see if it goes down even more. Could go down a couple more beats per minute, but usually after the first 2 minutes, it's done most of its cool down. Do you feel like that was a high intensity workout, or no? Was it too easy for you? Yeah. Alright, so now we're at the end of the last minute here of passive recovery, and what is your heart rate now?
71.
Alright, so his resting heart rate is about 70 or 71, which is still really healthy for a young adult like himself. But now we're going to go ahead and we're going to evaluate some of this data that we collected here, and we're going to go have a sit-down chat with him later to discuss his results. Thanks for having me today, Matthew.
No problem.
So now we're just going to go over some of the results that Matthew has here. So I just want to thank you again for helping me do this, and I just want to show you what we came up with here. So all those recordings I did, they helped me get a pretty accurate representation of what your predicted VO2 max is, and so that's pretty much like your lung capacity, or what most people refer to it as. So your predicted VO2 max is 53.7219 milliliters per kilogram per minute. Now that probably doesn't mean a whole lot to you, so I'm going to show you the health benefit rating for that. So because your age is between 20 and 29, and your VO2 max is between 50.6 and 55.5, you're in very good health, in a very good health benefit rating condition there. So if you're even just like too high, you'd be in the excellent range. So you're really high up there, and that's really excellent to see. Obviously, whatever training you've been doing has really paid off. Not a whole lot of aerobic training, but you've been doing some weight training, and that definitely does help with your breathing and your lung capacity. And so if you are feeling tight at all, some recovery tips could just be to stretch your legs out and just try and stretch everything to make sure it's not going to be tense for tomorrow or even later on in the day. Are your legs feeling a bit tight right now? No, not at all. All right, that's perfect. That's what we want to hear. It might just be a good idea to stretch out anyway, just in case you are prone to getting cramps like later after your workouts and stuff like that. But I think we should be okay because you are in pretty good physical condition. And I just want to thank you again for doing this with me. And I hope you have a great day.
I hope you have a great day too.